Calibrating cybernetics.
Talk to him now.
AT, Andre.
Come on, Dre.
Yep. Trippin with Let's Go. Woo! Trippin with Theobold.
What's your name?
Theo so bold.
Yeah.
Driggity. Let's go. Trippin with Theobold. Trippin.
What are we doing?
Trippin with Theobold.
Come on, Dre.
See, mic check, 1, 2, we on. Mic check. Hey, welcome to the 115th episode of Trippin with Theobold. I'm your host, Andre Theobold, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to wherever you're listening. If it's via YouTube or if it's, Spotify, Apple Music, however you're listening, man, welcome to this episode. Appreciate you for tuning in. Before we go any further, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tell a friend to tell a friend, and do all that fun internet stuff like the old people say. Internet, INNAET, internet, 1T, internet. Yeah, we here. I'm just being silly. Yeah, gotta take care of some housekeeping. What else, man? Yeah, AT is where it's at on most forms of social media. Make sure you follow me. Let me take care of some promo stuff. So coming up, don't like to date the shows, but coming up on April the 19th, I got a comedy show with me and my boy Malcolm. Malcolm Hall is producing it, aka Cheap Not Broke. I mean, actually, it would be helpful if I pull the flyer up, right? Boom, there's the flyer. It's called Malcolm in the Comics at PK's Lounge. Dope lineup. Got K Dot, Penny, my man Dwan B, Malcolm doing the hosting. April 19th. Gonna be a fun time, man. Make sure you pull up. And if you're not following, make sure you go to my boy Malcolm's channel. I believe it's Cheap Not Broke. And then my man Dwan B got the he got the incense. Oh man, it's not it used to be Hotepish, but he changed it to incense and ashtrays. I think that's incense and ashtrays. Yeah. Just if you look up Dwan B on YouTube, you'll see his stuff. Dwan B channel is popping right now. Make sure you check it out. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, fun show. Boom. That's how I end shit. I don't know how to end shit, man. My Uncle Sammy, man. Shout out to my Uncle Sammy. Yeah, he passed away back in 2004. Uncle Sammy, man. He used to end conversations with boom. He'd be like, man, Nana gonna be mad and everyone gonna be boom. But that's how I'm gonna end. That's how I'm gonna end all. Like, I don't know how to end shit. So when I end conversations, I'm just gonna say boom. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, so now we gotta do the tongue twisties, We gotta make sure that we do the tongue twisties to make sure that we get rid of the trippage, or that we don't eliminate it, but we minimize the amount of trippage, because as you guys know, I be tripping in speech and thought. So today's tongue twisty is brought to you by the letter E. 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 Here we go. Evelyn Egbert efficiently eluded 11 elevated eggs. Man, this is a hard one. I remember back in the day, I used to struggle with my vowels and shit. So this would have been a good one for my vowels. Evelyn Egbert efficiently eluded 11 elevated eggs. One more again. Evelyn Egbert Evelyn Egbert efficiently eluded 11 elevated eggs. One more time. Evelyn Egbert efficiently eluded 11 elevated eggs. Number 2, Eddie the elephant eats every egg. Eddie the elephant eats every egg. One more time. I said elephant. Eddie the elephant eats every egg. Last one. Elmer Elwood eluded 11 elderly elephants. One more again. Elmer Elwood eluded 11 elderly elephants. Final time. Elmer Elwood eluded 11 elderly elephants. Yay, tongue twisters are done. Gonna have less trippage. Before the end of the year. No, damn that. Before the end of the halfway point in the year, I'm gonna have my prototype of my Trippin with Theobold merch. You know, I got a couple ideas and concept right now. I think with the, we got the spring. We're already in spring now, so spring and summer. I'm looking at doing like a T-shirt. It would be dope if I could do a snapback, man. If I could actually get a good snapback, I want to do a snapback. I want to do a T-shirt, and then do a dad hat. I think that would be a good goal for the spring and summer. I could rock my own merch. Get the prototype out there so people can see it. And then people start asking about it, then I can just start printing and join out. All I gotta do is find a distributor, and get that shit on and popping. And then I think during the fall, I want to do a nice fisherman beanie. Because I wear fisherman beanies, so it'd be dope to get a Trippin with Theobold fisherman beanie. And then hoodie, right? And then in the heart of the winter, it would be dope to have like an actual full on beanie. So it's gonna be my collection. It's gonna be the Trippin with Theobold merch 1.0. So be on the lookout for that. So anyways, what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about Mr. Stephon Diggs. So as you guys know, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, diehard fan, been a fan my whole life. I take my Bills very seriously. I don't know, man. There's a lot of Buffalo Bills hatred, man. Like a lot of people, like if you notice, there's can I cuss yet? Yeah, I can cuss. There's this bullshit talk about the window. Like you don't hear anyone else talking about no window, but when it comes to the Bills, hey man, y'all gonna win. You better win now. You better win now. Better win. The window closing. No other team has a fucking window, man. We're the only team with a fucking window. Hate that shit. Man, their window of opportunity gone. Like the window. That's all you hear about the window, man. I'm like, man, shut the Let me calm down. Let me relax. Because motherfuckers are stupid. They just want to find a reason to hate, Nobody else got a window, but we got a window. And Josh Allen is young. It's not like Josh Allen is in the last, 2 years of his career, It's like he's not even in his prime yet. I really don't think Josh is even in his prime right now. So all this window talk, man, that should be pissed. But anyways, enough of that. So Stephon Diggs, guys haven't heard by now, he's been traded to the Texans for, I believe, a 5th round pick this year, a 2nd round pick next year, and a 5th round pick next year. I think that's what it was. Let me just confirm that right quick. Let me just make sure I'm not talking funny talk. I like to make sure I'm speaking facts up here, Let me see. On Diggs. Trade details. There we go. Yeah, the Bills announced on Wednesday the Bills receive a 2025 2nd round draft pick in exchange for Diggs. While the 30-year-old heads to the Texans along with a 2024 6th round pick and a 2025 5th round pick. Okay, so yeah. Bills will receive a 2025 2nd round pick. They will also receive a the Bills fucked up. I mean, we didn't fuck up, but it's not what I thought it was. Okay. So all we're getting for Diggs is we're getting a 2025 2nd round pick, and we gave up Diggs along with a 2024 6th round pick and a 2025 5th round pick. So we gave away a 5th and a 6th, a 6th from this year, a 5th from next year, and we get a 2nd-round pick for next year. So I'm cool with that. So that's not that bad. People that know me, Zen, if you listening, and he knows I was over Diggs for a long time. I was trying to get Diggs off. I was hoping that Diggs was, I mean, even if we just cut him, I was cool with that, you know. But I'm glad we got something for him. I'm glad we got something for him, you know. And no hate to Diggs. Like I said, I don't know him personally, you know. Probably a cool brother, you know. He's definitely talented. He's definitely, you know, someone that you got to respect. You know, he puts in the work, puts in the effort. You know, he's talented, he's skilled. But he's not someone I would want on my team. He's not someone I would want to go to battle with, you know. Like I was getting over, here's the thing, right? I was over Diggs. Like it was kind of like the first year was dope. Like the first year he was going off like when shit was going, like when shit was hunky dory, shit was good. But what got me with Diggs, man, was the off-season tweeting. That was the shit that really, like, I was like, yo, get this dude off my team, man. You know, get him off the team, man. He's up here doing all this off-season tweeting, subtweeting, like alluding to the fact that he might not be here, and you know, just all that subtweeting shit, man. I just don't. I can't stomach that. Like, if that's who you are, just get the fuck off my team. You know, I'm talking like I own the bill. I don't own the Bills, but I'm glad that, like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that on my team, no matter how good you are. You know, if you're not happy and you subtweeting, just get the fuck out. Just leave. You know. So that was like all the off-season subtweeting. I was getting tired of that. And then what was the other thing that got me with Diggs, man? Oh, that Minnesota game when the Vikings came to Buffalo. I was at that game. I was at that game. Yeah, that game to me was where I was like, yeah, Diggs is not it. Like all that talk he was doing, like I'm him, he not him, you know. Justin Jefferson is him, you know. And that's no hate, you know. But yeah, that I was at that game, and and here's the thing, right? Diggs can't throw the ball to himself and catch it. I get it, but the fact that Justin Jefferson came into our stadium and put up a career game, possibly one of the best wide receiver performances of all time, that let me know that that's not it. That's not it, you know? Like Stephon Diggs, here's the thing, right? Diggs, like I said, he's very skilled, very talented, but he's not a main ingredient. You know, he's a cherry on top receiver. You know, like when things are good, if you got everything set, he's the guy you want. But if you're in a hole and you got to rely on him, he's not the guy you want. He's not the guy you want to be with in the trenches, you know? He is not the guy you want. Just you can tell by like body language and like I said before, the off-season subtweeting, man, like that shit really, really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know, because to me, it's like if you can subtweet, motherfucker, you can go out on the field and catch 100 balls from the jug machine, you know? Right? Like there's always, here's the thing, right? My whole mindset is if we lose, there's always something else I could have done. Right? There's always something else I could have done. Right? No matter how small it is, no matter what there's always something I could have done better. Like I'm always going to point the finger at me, right? That's how I think. And that's the problem I see with today's generation, you know, when it comes to just competition, you know? Like I feel like you see it a lot in the NBA. You know, in the NBA, you have you got people that get drafted in the first round, but you have very few top tier 1 players, right? To me, a tier 1 player is someone that doesn't move, right? Like when they're on a team, they're on the team. As long as they're getting, to me, it's like this, right? If you're a tier 1 player, you should only move when the money's not working out for you. Like if you're not being paid what you're worth, then that's when I'm like, okay, go ahead and move. But if you're getting paid what you're worth, to me, you know, you're not tier 1 if you can't stay put and have people come to you, right? Anytime you say, man, like that whole mentality of, man, look at all the people they got. Man, they got so-and-so, they got so-and-so. How we gonna win? How we gonna win? They got him, they got him, they got, we just can't win. If you got that kind of mindset, man, you're not tier 1. You're not him. You know? Like there's always something you can do. Like if you're tier 1 and you have the talent and you're being paid for what you're doing, if you're being paid per your position, there's always something you can do better, right? That's the mentality. That's when you know you're legit tier 1, right? You got a lot of people out here with like superior skills and talent, but they mental midgets, you know, like mentally, they just don't like, they're small, right? They're used to not having to go into the mud to get it out the mud, right? A lot of cats don't want to get it from the mud. You know, it's like a lot of them want to coast through and get a championship, you know? So anyways, back to the Diggs conversation, man. Like I said, I'm glad. Like I said, I wish him the best. Like I'm not one of those type of guys where, oh man, I wish you the worst. I hope you, I want to see him do successful. I want to see him, you know, still get his paper. I still want to see him, you know, be successful, just not more successful than the Bills. Right. But now you got a lot of Bills fans, man. You got a lot of Bills fans, man, that they Bills Mafia. Let me talk to y'all right quick, man. Because obviously a lot of y'all have not learned your lesson, you know. They're like, man, this is it, man. We got to see. A lot of Bills fans believe that window talk shit. That window talk is bullshit. You know, as long as you got Josh Allen, the window is always open. All right, we got our quarterback. Right, all we got to do now is reconfigure some things, make some tweaks, and get back in the race. But a lot of Bills fans are falling victim of that window talk shit. You know, they're like, man, we got to win now. We got to win right now. Man, we got to trade first rounds and we got to move up so we can get Brian Thomas Jr. or so we can get Marvin Harrison. No, don't do that dumb shit. Don't do that stupid shit. We made that same mistake with Sammy Watkins, right? Look, and I love Sammy Watkins, man. Sammy Watkins had a great attitude. Like, to me, Sammy Watkins, if you took Sammy Watkins, the team player, and here's the thing, no. I would even say this. If Sammy Watkins had Stephon Diggs' health, meaning that he didn't get hurt like that, Sammy Watkins would have been a dope ass pick. But the problem was with Sammy Watkins was he was always hurt. But he was a team player, man. You know, like you didn't see him subtweeting. Like he looked happy to be where he was at. You know, like, you know, he wasn't as much of a diva as, you know, Stephon Diggs was, you know. But the Bills traded up in that draft, man, and that shit hurt. We gave up an arm and a leg to move up to get Sammy Watkins just to have him out. And we paid the price for it, you know. So shout out to the Bills, who was Chris Brown and Steve Tasker on the Bills. They do I think that, yeah, it's called if you guys haven't seen it, it's called Inside the Numbers. They really do a good breakdown, a good thorough analysis of Bills picks, where they're picking from, where they're at. And they did a real good episode on breaking down, you know, just like they did a good job of really exploring all the options. They were like, yo, if you want to trade up to have a chance of getting Marvin Harrison, you'd have to give up all this. And then per how Brandon Beane, if you look at Brandon Beane's track record, you know he ain't gonna do that shit. So that's out the question. And then, you know, a lot of people are like, hey, let's just stay at 28. and just get the receiver that falls to us, you know, or maybe trade up 3 places or maybe trade back 3 places. That's a good chance that could happen. But the pimp move, I'm telling you, the pimp move is to trade back, man. Just give up the first round pick and just start just to stack picks. Just, you want to come out. I think this is the draft where you want to have multiple picks and you want to probably have a good second round pick and maybe even just build your defense. Don't even worry about the receiver position right now, right? Because, yeah, we lost Gabe Davis. We lost Stephon Diggs. But we got Mac Hollins, you know. Then we got Curtis Samuel. Then we still got Khalil Shakir. And then we have a second year in Dalton Kincaid, right, at tight end, who's really a receiver. He's not really a tight end. You still got Dawson Knox, and you still got James Cook. I mean, that's a solid offense. Like, you could still compete with that, right? Now, if your defense is some shit, it's like, yeah, you're gonna struggle. So to me, I think this is where we overhaul and just rebuild the defense. And then, but there's, I want to show y'all something, man. Let me see if I can pull this up right quick. 1 second. See right quick. I want to pull up boop. There's a couple things. So before I go any further, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend, do all that fun internet stuff. Like the old people say. I wanted to pull this up right quick, just to show you guys how I think and what I'm rooting for. Because this is where the championships are won. The championships are won in the draft. If you can make good draft decisions, you know, and you can set yourself up, the odds are in your favor. So if you're a fan, come on, Dre. If you're a fan of the game, the draft is like what I'm rooting for us to make the best decision. Here we go. There it is. Okay, yeah. I want to show y'all something. So let me actually pull this back up again. Put my iPhone back up. Okay, y'all can see that. So you guys are looking at last year's prospect info for Puka Nacua. Right? 6'2", 201 pounds. Drafted in the 5th round. Prospect grade was 5.8. Right? Went to the Rams, fifth overall pick. Sorry, 5th round, 42nd overall pick. His production score was 72. He had a good combine. He ranked 14th as a wide receiver in the combine. Athleticism was 55. That wasn't that good. And then total score was his total score was a 65, which put him as a 37th ranked receiver in the combine. But let's read. This is the part I want y'all to look at and pay attention to, right? They said his projection was rounds 6 through 7. They gave the overview, but let's look at the weaknesses. The weakness said, will struggle to elude NFL press coverage, lacks instant acceleration to separate. Upright route running makes him easy to redirect. Does not have long speed to keep corners from squatting. Occasional issues with focus on downfield targets. So if you know anything about Puka Nacua, that motherfucker was a beast this year. Right? So I'm like, if you can draft him in the 5th round, why are you gonna reach? Like, let's look at so if you guys know anything about the 2020 draft, Justin Jefferson was, I believe, picked 22nd overall in that draft, and he was picked behind or picked after Henry Ruggs and Jalen Reagor. Right? You guys are like, who the hell is that? Let's take a look at Jalen Reagor, right? I don't know if I can spell his name. Jalen Reagor, REA, prospect information. Here we go. Combine and prospect information. 5'11", 206. Look at that. Draft grade was a 6.36 as compared to Puka's 5.8. Production score was 70. Athleticism score 71. Total score 76. Let's read the negatives. Weaknesses. Get stalled by press more than expected. Strong cornerbacks ride and grind. Pause on early stages of route. Needs to maintain focus and finish his routes. Frustration with quarterback appeared to creep into play at times. Cornerbacks go unstacked on long throws. Uneven tape in competitive catch situations. Ball skills fail to match athletic ability. So he was picked in the first round. What pick? You think picked by the Eagles. What pick number was he? Why don't they have, in case compared to Curtis Samuel analysis? He was picked round 1, 21st overall, right? So this is what I'm talking about right here, guys. Everyone is getting all excited about trying to grab one of the best receivers or the top guys in the draft. Round 1, it's like the Bills, here's the thing, right? The Bills are better off trading back and just getting a whole bunch of picks and then just saying, you know what? Let's just see if we can't get 5 picks in the 5th round and just draft all receivers and just hope one of them motherfuckers go up. Like that's how I'm looking at it, you know? So a lot of people, like I said, they're all excited about trying to get, you know, Odunze or nah. I'm like, yo, even like what I want to see us do is I want to see the Bills trade back, build the defense, and pick like 2 or 3 receivers like late round, like really late, you know, get those receivers that are like 6'2", above 200 pounds, you know, like those are the guys you want. Guys with like, if you have like blazing speed, that's not really what you need. You need people that can like for example, you got Lab McConkey, right, from Georgia. I watched some of his tape. He runs like a 4.3 940. He's about what 6 foot 5'11", maybe like a $190. But he knows how to get open, right? That's what he does. He knows how to get open. So if we did that, I'm okay with that. But to me, it's like I just think you have so many more people to look at. Let's take a look at the receivers in the draft this year. And I'm gonna sign off. Let's take a look at the NFL draft. So I want to see the draft tracker. I want to see the draft tracker. And then I don't want that. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry. Prospects. Filter on receiver. Don't care about the college. Okay, cool. So look at all this, right? So you got all these receivers, right? You got Malik Neighbors, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. You got 3 pages of receivers, right? And it's roughly what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you got roughly 60 receivers to pick from, right? And Puka Nacua was a 5.8 last year. And then Jalen Reagor was like a 6.26 or a 6.3 or whatever, right? So to me, these are the motherfuckers I'm looking at. I'm looking at like Jalen Coker. Who's that? That's 6'1", 208. That's what you want. You want someone above 6'1", above 200 pounds. Production score, 31st. Athleticism, total score. Let's see what the negatives say. Must prove he can get off the line against NFL sizing strength. Monotonous route speed is unlikely to tilt pro coverage. Display small gear down when stemming the route. Needs to clean up the wasted motion getting into his breaks. Below average quickness with his run after the catch. What else we got here? Casey Washington. 6'1", 197, 5'8", leggy strider with sluggishness, getting in and out of breaks. So, like I said, if you can get, like, the way I'm looking is, I'd rather take 3 stabs or 4 stabs at getting a receiver that can be the future, or that can not be the future, but can be an impact player, than to just trade up to get one player that ends up being a Henry Ruggs or a Jalen Reagor, right? Or a Sammy Watkins, right? So that's how I'm looking at it. So I didn't mean to actually get into all the draft talk stuff, but like I said, I'm glad Diggs is gone. Oh, I gotta show this, man. I'm not gonna play that. I'm not sure if the audio is gonna work or not on this. But let me see this right quick. I gotta make sure the audio works on this. Cause this was hilarious, man. If I can find it. Oh man, this boy here. I remember these days, man. So you can't hear the audio. Basically, what's happening is this boy's mom is telling him that Diggs got traded, and he's hurt, man. Damn that shit. I remember them days, man. Man, he crying the blues, man. That's how it was after every Super Bowl loss, man. Like when the clock started to tick down, man, I was boo-hooing, man. I did not want to talk to nobody. Man, I feel bad for the little boy, man. Cause he hurt, man. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, I gotta go back and rewind that, man. Cause you see the stages of grief. You see the stages of grief, like he thinks it's a joke. And he's happy. Look at that. Then he realizes it. Damn. Damn, man. See what you done did, Diggs? See what you done did? See what you done did, Stephon, man? I'm just messing with you, man. I know you gotta get your shot at trying to get a Super Bowl, and you know, it's not with us. It's all good though. Like I said, I mean, he's like Stephon Diggs is very talented receiver, but he's not a main ingredient. Like when you make a cake, you got flour, you got egg, you got milk. He none of that, right? Diggs is the cherry on top. Like you got to build the shit first, and then if you have everything in place, then you put the cherry on the top. But if you got to go to him in a crunch time, he not it. He not him, you know? So like I said, I wish him all the best. I wish him best of luck. I wish him all nothing but success. But I just don't want him being more successful than the Bills. All right. So anywho, that's my breakdown, my analysis, or my 2 cents on Stephon Diggs leaving the Bills. I'm glad he's gone. I'm excited to see who we gonna get, or I'm excited to see how we're gonna build the defense. Because like I said, the team we had wasn't working, right? So all these bright genius analysis are saying the window's closed and the window's the shit. Look, with the team we had with that configuration, it wasn't gonna win shit anyway. We maxed that out. Time to try something else. So I'm excited to see what opportunities arise and what opportunities present themselves. And yeah, I can't wait, because everyone is against us. Everyone is down on us. And from my past history, or from my past experience, when people are down on the Bills, that's when the Bills come up. And Brandon Beane, like I said, is a dope GM. He's making all the right moves. But I think he has the opportunity to make the move of moves, which is gonna dictate whether we win a Super Bowl or not. So anyways, thank y'all for tuning in to the 115th episode of Trippin' with Theobold. AT is where it's at on most forms of social media. Make sure you follow me. And with all that being said, I'm out of here, folks. Peace. Yep. Trippin' with Theobold.
Let's go.
Caliente.
Trippin'. Yep. Trippin. Trippin. Trippin with Theobold.
Trippin with Theobold.